friends and enemies, it's time for some TBRs. So February has 2 readathons I'm participating in, which is the Black Love-a-thon hosted by Lucy and Mina. I will link their channels down below. I'm going to run through all the books I plan to read for those prompts, and then the second readathon I'm doing this month. First, we have Read a Black Love Story. I'm going to read A Taste of Her Own Medicine by Tasha L. Harrison. This is on Kindle Unlimited, I believe, right now, and I'd already purchased it. I pre-ordered it before it came out. It is about an older woman, and she's divorcing her husband of 13 years and is starting a new business. And she meets this guy named Dallas. I've heard there's really good face sitting, so I'm in. Next up, we have Read a Sports Romance. I'm going with Intercepted by Alexa Martin because I got this at a Polycon last year. I still haven't read it, and I'm really excited. I've wanted to read it for a while. I'm not huge on football sports romances, but I felt like this was the appropriate pick. Intercepted is about Marley, who leaves her boyfriend in the NFL and then meets a new guy, is my understanding. She's kind of got to get convinced by the new guy, Gavin, that he's not like her ex. I've heard good things about reading it and not listening to it, so I'm very curious to see what I think. Next, for Read a Black Queer Love Story, I'm going to read Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn. This has been on my radar forever. I love this cover, first of all. It's such a good cover, and I've been wanting to read it forever. I just got it in from the library as an audiobook, so I'm really excited to dive in. It has asexual rep, which I'm also very excited to read more about. She's just been broken up with her girlfriend, and then she meets somebody new during this, and it's kind of just about her figuring that all out. The last prompt for Black Love-a-thon is to read a Friends to Lovers romance. I have 2 picked out as options. I'm either going to read That Kind of Guy by Talia Hibbert, which has fake relationships and they're friends. So she goes on a date with her like hot as hell new best friend. Sounds great to me. It's set in the Ravenwood series, which I really like so far, so I'm very curious. The second option I have is Bending the Rules by Christina C. Jones, who I'm trying to read all of her backlist this year because I really have liked what I've read so far by her. This one is about Justin and Tony, who are best friends. They had a set of rules for their friendship, and then they start to break them and fall in love. So I cannot wait. So those are the 5 books I have planned for Black Love-a-thon, which runs from February 7th to February 14th. If you're interested, be sure to check out the host videos down below. I'm so excited for this. I love these prompts also. They're like not overwhelming. Next, we have the Contemporary-a-thon, which is one of my favorite readathons that happens a couple times a year, hosted by Chelsea Dowling Reads, Julie from Pens and Pages, and Natasha from My Reading is Odd. The first prompt is green on the cover. I'm going with Zenny by Rebecca Weatherspoon because I own it and I still haven't read it, and I've been dying for this book. But I do this thing when I really want a book that I like put it off forever. We're gonna try and stop that. This is a fake relationship where they get married so that it's a marriage of convenience so she can get her inheritance. And it also has some other delightful things. It's Rebecca Weatherspoon, so I just feel like I can't go wrong picking that. The next prompt is a new to you author, so I'm going to go with A Taste of Her Own Medicine by Tasha L. Harrison since these 2 readathons overlap. For diverse, I'm going to read American Fairy Tale by Adriana Herrera. I don't really think any of these books I'm reading aren't diverse, so I just kind of picked one that I've been wanting to read. A backlist that's been on my TBR for over a year is going to be A Stud in the Stacks by Pippa Grant. This is relatively short and it sounds ridiculous, and I'm hoping for a good couple of scenes in the library. Then we have the dark, hard-hitting category. I'm going to read Kennedy Ryan. I think it's going to be Long Shot, which is about 2 people who meet in a hotel bar, and then it turns out that she's being like abused by her current date guy. I don't remember if they're engaged or not. And they kind of like break apart and she goes through a lot of healing, and then at the end they come together. It feels weird to say I'm excited to read this book that has like a lot of emotional things happening in it, but I am kind of excited. So we'll see. I think that's the one I'm going to go with. It's on Audible Escape, I believe, right now. So I can listen to it, and sometimes I can listen to heavier things a lot easier than I can read them with my eyes. Next, we have an illustrated cover. I'm going to try and read Sick Kids in Love by Hannah Moskowitz. I also have been wanting to read this since it came out. I think it sounds delightful. It is about a girl named Isabel, so obviously I'm partial. And she has a rule about not falling in love with anyone because of her illness, but it's two sick kids in love and its own voices, which is really exciting, and I'm just really excited to read that rep in these books. Last but not least, we have Beloved by the Community. I'm going to read The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. I don't know a lot about this, but Chelsea Dolling has talked it up so much that I've decided I needed to try it. It's about this family called the Larkin family, who basically is super lucky and always persevere. Their great-great-grandmother didn't drown when the boat sunk off the coast of Maine. She swam to sea and founded this town. It sounds like they go shipwreck hunting, and I think it's a Shakespeare retelling. I don't know. Everything I've heard about it sounds good, and I'm trying not to read a ton of reviews and spoil myself either way. I want to go in clear. So I'm excited to dive into that. The Contemporary-a-thon runs from February 10th to the 16th. So yeah, there is literally 3 days of Black Love-a-thon that's not Contemporary-a-thon time as well. So we're just gonna kind of read all of these together in the same chunk of time. I am excited. I hope you're excited. I will be doing vlogs for this, but I will break them up into chunks versus doing dailies, because honestly, I just don't like the idea of doing a daily vlog right now. There's not a lot going on, so we'll see how it turns out. But that's my plans for these 2 readathons. Let me know if you're participating in them and what books you're reading, if you posted a TBR, etc. I want to go watch it. And I'm just so excited to read a bunch of really good romance for 2 weeks almost. I mean, I do that anyways, but I really curated a list that I'm excited about. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up when you get a chance, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!